Tell me what's cracking like a like.
So this is gonna be one of those dumb questions that you said don't exist, but I'm gonna ask it anyways because there are some dumb questions, and this is
Yeah, they
probably
are. They are.
all right.
But go ahead,
So
man. You provided so much here in this community. You have dumb question immunity. Go ahead and shoot for it.
like my daughter is over here driving this little go kart thing all around the house, and it's annoying. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
what I said that.
my son's
Anyways,
walking
okay,
around
so
pooping his diaper. I
oh,
gotta
wait.
change his diaper. So go ahead.
Okay, so she's distracting me. Okay, so the question is there a is there like I don't know, like an encyclopedia or somewhere where you can go to find like these are the colorways are like super hot. Not that I'm looking to get into like resale or anything like that, but if I was to like find a shoe that really spoke to me, and I was like, okay, well, I wore it for a little while, and maybe I want to get rid of it. Like, is there a way to go and see like, okay, these shoes are super cool. Like, there's a market out there, or like, is it just like tribal knowledge? Like, how do you even like besides like the few things you mentioned a second ago, like either memorabilia, some of the OG stuff that you relate to. Like, how do you know? Like, if you're a new person coming in, like, how do you know which shoes are like?
Different reselling apps, right? And as a collector, it's kind of like you love and hate these apps because they kind of set the tone and a precedence of costs when it comes to secondary markets, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily even reflect the supply and demand formula, if that makes sense. But you could check into StockX and GOAT, GOAT. So StockX and GOAT, they are secondary um, apps that people utilize to resell sneakers and limited edition items, including clothing. But StockX, you can only sell brand new sneakers, resell brand new sneakers. They don't take um, pre-worn kicks. GOAT, you can sell pre-worn kicks on. But to answer your question, a lot of the times that's what people do, right? If you look at StockX right now, you could see or get a general idea of how much the resale will be for the Tiffany Air Force Ones that's dropping tomorrow. So in a size 14 on StockX right now, they're selling for $1,127. The last sale for this pair of sneakers was $1,100. So if you have a sneaker that's coming out, you can kind of guesstimate what the market is in the supply and demand on it, or the demand on it, not the supply and demand, just the demand on it, right? And keep this in mind, usually after release, what damn near every release, the sneaker resale price drops after it's released because so many people are looking to offload and make as much profit percentage as they possibly can. So it just drops. It's like a NFT, right? We know the name of this game.
Want to wait like a couple weeks. Give it like, don't be buying that next day or even the second day. Give it a few weeks.
Yep, yep. We said those sneaker soul bucks. That's a fact. But
Mm-hmm.
there are other websites that can give you, if you're looking to look for a quote unquote encyclopedia on the history of the sneakers, like Sneaker News. If you type in Google like Jordan, Jordan model releases or Jordan model numbers or whatever, they'll showcase, because a lot of people have typed up on these websites the history of the Jordans, the OG models, when they released originally, when they were retro, when they were retroed again, when they were retro after they were retro after they were retro, right? They give you a good broken down history of that sneaker release for certain and specific models. So you can find the information if you dig, right? But you gotta it's like Chat GPT. You gotta know what prompts to enter to know what you're looking for to get the answer that you're looking to get.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Thank you. That
For
was my
sure.
daughter crashing. Fantastic.
For sure, for sure. And it definitely was not a dumb question. That was not a dumb question. That was a real one.
I got one for
Appreciate it.
Pump. So how do all these other businesses are getting access to these sneakers? Like you said, you're going to be driving around, trying to get in these raffles. Is that the same thing as like in Web3, how you would give communities different amount of mints? They're like giving out raffles to all these businesses to basically raffle off the sneakers, just kind of promote themselves and the sneakers.
Yes and no. It's just mostly to keep people not sleeping outside of their store, I guess you could say, and getting it rowdy. Because you know how LA gets down. They'll get shot over a $20 profit. So, yeah. They're trying to
So
keep it calm, I guess you could say, and keep it the most fair. So, yeah, that's what I look at it as. Not really like promotion. Because most places that do raffles are known to rig them. But Shoe Palace is one of the more fair ones that I've had experience with compared to the other like places that usually backdoor every single pair they have.
yeah, it's no different from like it's kind of yes and no what you're saying, compound. Like certain allocations go to certain retail stores depending on their Nike contract, right? If you are a huge retailer for Nike, do a lot of business with Nike, you usually get more inventory on tier one, tier zero, which are like the blue chip releases.
Yeah.
But
So stores like Undefeated and Kith and those
right,
type of stores, the boutiques, have tier zero accounts, whereas like your typical Nike store that gets like the GRs, I guess you could say is like tier one through three. I don't know how those tiers work, but I just know tier zero is the store that gets like all your hype releases like the Travises, the Tiffany's, like everything that you would see that would resell and be like your yearly biggest drops, I guess you could say.
that's a fact. So
Which
yeah,
I don't understand, bro, because all these stores that are the tier zero account holders do not do it fair whatsoever.
I mean, some of them do. Some of them, because some of these stores are watched like a hawk, right? And if you do something incorrect in Nike's eyes, they'll pull your account. And or if you're not selling enough product for Nike, they'll pull your account. But it's certain retailers out there who do get real greasy, and everybody knows it's real greasy. You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
from what I know, like you said, if they don't sell their product good, they'll pull your account. But some of these fools can get down with doing it because they know
Yeah.
someone that won't rat them out.
Yep.
Or, from my experience, I'm not going to say the name of the store, but there's a store in LA that my friend buys sneakers from early, and the deal he has with them is that if he wants their hot shoe, like let's say he wants to pick up 10 pairs of the Tiffany's, they make him clear out those random Jordan
Yep.
7s that no one wanted and make him buy the rest of the pairs in stock for retail in order to even get a decent ticket on the Tiffany's.
Yep. That's part of the game. Um, but it's, even retailers for real, they have that same type of agreement with Nike. Like if you want a tier zero account or tier one account, you have to have X amount of dollars in sales for this account. And I got a homie who has a boutique in Cincinnati named Corporate, my homie Matt. I used to work with him at Foot Action when we was in high school, and he created his own boutique. He has a great Nike's account because he's one of the only retailers in Cincinnati that can provide those types of releases. I wish we can get him in here and talking about that, or the homie Joe. Maybe I'll do that next time for sneaker soul bucks. That'd be fire. But Pumps Bunny, my bad, man. I didn't get you on the last. I saw you had your hand up at Sneaker Soul Bucks, so I'm gonna give you the floor right now. What's crack a lacking?
Hey, how's it going? No, I just wanted to sort of add to the convo a little bit. Like I think one of the underrated places to go to or get a subscription for is CCS, especially if like if you're into SBs. It's $20 for the year. You get free shipping and stuff. But like they do all the raffles for all the SB dunks, and I've hit multiple times through them. Um, and like I said, I mean, $20 a year and to hit like on the hot shoes that are on the hot sneakers that are coming out, I think is great value. But
Fact.
even like the smaller skate stores, like if you keep up on their Instagrams and stuff, they'll have like local raffles. My bad, my daughter's like go crazy, but they'll have like local raffles. They'll have like I've seen like even like Brooklyn Projects. They'll give shoes away sometimes like randomly.
Yeah. No, that's some good alpha. That's facts. Also, Premier Skate Shop out of Michigan. They have, and I said this before. I don't know if I said it in the group chat, but or if we had it in the spaces. They have a VIP account that if you spend over $1,000 in a calendar year, you get access to the VIP Platinum account. And what they do is for the hard to get SBs, they will send you out an email to be able to make the purchase on those sneakers first before anyone else. And that's one of the perks of their VIP program. Like I did say this, I hit those orange lobsters and a size 15 through Premier just from having a VIP account. I hit mad sneakers through that, and it's a good program to jump into as well, especially for dunks and SBs.
Now, what was the website that pumps Bunny? What was it? CCS?
Yeah,
Yeah,
CCS.
All right. Thanks. Never heard of that. Two
yeah,
pump.
they come through. We say two
Pump.
pumps.
Yeah. Pump.
Yeah, and actually it's funny because a lot of people haven't, but CCS is like super OG when it comes to like skateboarding culture. Like they were out for they've been out for like a super long time. Like they used to have like send out like their magazines and stuff like that and their like booklet that you can order from like through the mail and stuff.
Yeah, that's a fact. I used to, bro, when they used to have hella drops, and it would be first come first serve, right? They wouldn't let you know when it was dropping. They just drop it randomly and have crazy inventory. Those are one of the places because I had what we call quote unquote cook groups, right? Where it's basically the same type of situation we in right now, a community of people who would speak on the internet through like Slack or Discord. And we when you would gather information, you would go back to your cook group with the early information. There's certain cook groups that have like monthly membership fees where they give off great information. Like when Nike are doing those shock drops, they know ahead of time and they let the entire group know. Like Pump did with the shock drop for the white cement threes. Like he knew when they get loaded on the back end, the inventory gets loaded up on the sneaker website. Someone knows because you can read the back end, or they just know somebody from Nike providing the information. And they used to cook it that way. And information is king for real when it comes, just like anything else, like a whitelist, like all of this stuff. The culture transcends. It works together hand in hand. Just like you get on a whitelist, you jump into the Discord and you grind for the whitelist, and then a part of being a part of the Discord, you find out more information than you would find out than just being a regular Joe Schmo on Twitter. It's the same type of situation, but information is king in all of this in both cultures, Web3 sector, sneaker culture sector, same situation. Solify was crack-a-lacking.
Yo, it's Kiro, but we have a question up at the top. Yo, the esports team goes hard though. I like hearing people say it and not cringing after. That's dope. Um, yo, so we have a question up at the top. At Dre Millie, uh, are bots still being used heavily like back in 2020?
Yes, I'm 100%. The same way bots are being used heavily for NFTs, the same way bots are being used heavily for any and everything else that has to do with anything connected to the web. Yes, like they used to have bots that would come in and then get shut down, right? Like especially for sneakers app specifically, they would have a bot that would work for like maybe 3 6 months and it would kill everything. Then it would get shut down because Nike would change things on their back end so it wouldn't be able to be utilized anymore. But what it seems like with now with the sneakers app, man, this one bot, I don't even know what it used to be called shit bot, like literal like shit, like SHIT, like poo poo. And it was killing the game, man. Killing the game. Now they have some other bot out there that's has sneakers on the chokehold now. That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow for this Air Force One drop, I was implore again everyone else to try and shoot for this release, but don't be upset or frustrated when you're trying to press the button and it doesn't work because that means some type of bot out there that's getting so many entries in that is causing your sneakers app to jam up and not allow you to get in. Keep it in mind, like when bots, we all know how bots work, right? It's like everybody's rushing through the same doorway, but there's millions of entries of people trying to get in through that same one door. The bots move quicker, they're faster, they're more swift and more agile, so they get in a lot faster than you and your human legs can get in. So
Sounds like a clone thing here.
that's a
Um,
fact.
so I was gonna ask too. Um, is it worth it to join cook groups still? Because
It
there's been like a bunch of releases I missed, bro, and I'm pretty devastated. because we don't have like real sneaker shops where I'm at. I live in the tundra right now. It's negative 36 fucking degrees.
That's crazy, man. You need to get up out of there. But yeah, it depends on the group, right? It's like any like the homies alpha group that wasn't an alpha group that was an alpha group that wasn't an alpha group. That don't really sound like the alpha group to be a part of, right? But if you got an alpha group or cook group that's really out there cooking, yes, it's you can information is king. It's like anything else in this world. If you have somebody who knows someone that has great information, that can change your life just by applying and utilizing that information that someone else didn't get. So it just depends on the group. It depends on I've been a part of the same groups for over 5 7 years now, like the same group of people. And honestly, the group that I've been a part of, we kind of just dispersed. Like we rarely jump back on because I've been so NFT heavy and I've been trying to get those guys to jump in NFTs since 2020. But they were all look and laugh at me until, NFTs started cooking up. Then they was asking questions. Then the media came back and said NFTs suck, and now they laughing again. So we don't really meet up like that. But certain groups still
Bro,
are going. So
I fucking hate bear markets when all the family, all the friends come out of the woodworks like, I told you so. I told you
bruh,
that was a scam. Did you see the price went down by 70%? I said, 70%? That's a good week, bro.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Catch me in 2 years when you ask me for advice again, bro.
But you
All
know
right.
what the wildest part of that is? Punch. Punch from TDE. My man loved the troll, bro. So anytime some negative Nancy news come out from the media about NFTs, he shoot me a text. All them NFTs ain't really working out like they used to. And I'm like, Punch, man, come on, bro.
Bro, their only source of information is the news. And by the
Right.
time it's on the news, like, shit's just way past. The news can't keep up with anything going on in this space. Like, that's all they know, bro. I can't stand it. Cram, save us, bro.
Yo. So, all right, I'm brushing my teeth real quick, but I was gonna say, Dre. My wife said get off. All right, I gotta get off. But the Dre, for the next episode, Pumpisha, you guys should maybe talk about some tools, right? Like Goat and StockX and which one's better and this and all the other tools that you guys use to like find this stuff. I think it'd be really informative.
No, for sure. I appreciate that. I'm honestly, man, like I said, man, I'm really walking away from utilizing uh that realm. You know what I'm saying? I'm much more attracted to what we're doing here and now, right? Like talking about the CRLs and being able to mint a shoe and being able to get these shoes on secondary and things of that nature. Like it's almost like Ant-Man walking away from being a thief to be a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting tired of doing B&Es trying to eat. Like it's more about I'm about to let me jump into my super suit and help save the world. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm on. But that is a great idea, and I definitely will. I will help. I would love to help pass along the information to those who would like to be the thieves in the night.
You want to learn about shoes? Get that boy Johnny up here too. Guy making the fucking heat, Dre.
Oh, no, for sure. That's for
Isn't
sure.
he?
That's for sure. That's. I mean, we know this. We know
I
that's
help
a
many
given.
of them. It just, I can see how he has clients that have the love for shoes, like a lot of people here, that the money isn't an issue for them, and they just fucking get addicted. I mean, the quality is insane. It's just, oh my god, one day, baby, comes in this nice silk bag.
Oh, bro.
That's a fact. But Johnny will tell you himself, like he got into the customization world because of how difficult it was to buy the shoes at retail.
Right.
It was hard to even get them, so he just started making them, and that is a cheat code, bro. That's the fire shit about it.
I'm at a place where I just buy the stuff that I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's the amount of quantity that they put out of these shoes and the amount of people that are trying to flip. It just doesn't make sense for me, unless what happens if I end up selling a shoe, it's because I bought it a long time ago, and it's just, like I said, I know I'm not going to wear it, but So for anybody it's hard to imagine like getting in the game unless you're just like to immediately start flipping unless you're just trying to catch drops like what's happening tomorrow. You know, those are the ones that you catch a flyer like a pair of Travis Scott's and make your year. You know what I mean? Pay for 4 pairs of shoes.
That's a fact.
So
That's a fact.
I just and I also know what I like. You know what I mean? So like I love the Travis Scott Air Max. What are they? The 270s or 370s, and they're like 300 something bucks. You know what I mean? That those Air Maxes. So it's like you watch out for the stuff that you know isn't the market hasn't just gone fucking bonkers over.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But also as a collector, you know, like you want that blue chip, man. I want that one of one. I want that one that everybody else want that couldn't get that I got. I want them.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm tracking down these all the dunks that Travis Scott did, and it's fucking pricey. But that's one of the reasons why I'm moving some of these. I have so many pairs of fours that because I just was obsessed with them. I was like, I'm going to have every single pair type obsessed. And so, anyways, Pump, you got your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm like the complete opposite. Like when it comes to like wearing all my sneakers, I wear them until like I have a ton of sneakers, right? But and I collect mostly like SB dunks, like highs and lows. But like um I wear them like till they're like and I have grails too that are like super beat. Like I have like like Ferris Bueller's and stuff like that, and Boba, like the OG, like SB Dunks, and they're like cooked because I just wear like I buy everything that I like, but I also like to wear them. Like I don't see the point in me. Like the only pair that I have like on ice is like the strawberry coughs. That's the only pair that I have not worn, but everything else is like I wear them until they're super beat up.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I already put those Travis Scotts on, wore them out on Friday night. You know what I mean? And it was a little damp out, so I just I think anybody that really's been in this for a while wears a lot of their stuff, and the stuff they're not wearing is just extra. You know?
Yeah, I forget who mentioned like going to Disney and not wearing like anything good. And I'm like, yo, I wore like the I have a pair of Reese Forbes denims that I wore when I went to Disney, and people were like complimenting me on my sneakers, but they definitely got cooked out there.
Cooked. Yeah, nah, you ain't no, bro, ain't no way. But people learn, you know what I'm saying? You learn your lesson, you never do it again. Like I'm sure it was a little bit damp outside from the drip that you had. Bearing is how it works, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I like 3 people. Just a few people that were like, again, two of the moms. They were like, those are those rare shoes, aren't they? I'm like, don't worry, don't worry.
Hey, don't worry, baby. Don't
Don't-
worry.
Don't you worry, sweetheart. Don't you worry. That's funny. No, it's what we got 63 people in here. If we can get some retweets and some comments for the algorithm, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yo,
CL Tim, what's cracking, man?
What's going on, y'all? I'm loving this conversation. I'm a sneaker head as well, or maybe like you, Dre, a sneaker connoisseur, as you call it.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask because I don't hear people talk about these concepts a lot, and it kind of leaves me scratching my head. So I'm a fan of the Nike Fear of God silhouette because it was a new silhouette. He flew in his last from Italy and all that. I'm a fan, one of my favorite sneakers of the past, 5, 6 years. And I think of the Nike ISPA collection, which is an improvise, scavenge, protect, and adapt. And he had these crazy silhouettes that are like polarizing and brand new. And then I think back to the back in the day when I got the Prestos back in like 1999, and they had the Alpha Project. That's where the shocks came from. The Gary Payton, the glove came from that. The flight posits came from that. The hyper dunk came from that. But then it seemed like people didn't really like those new innovative silhouettes, and it's kind of happening again now. Like these crazy silhouettes, even like the Victor Cruz silhouette, that are brand new silhouettes. People don't rock with them. Why do you think that is?
Man, first and foremost, you are a sneaker connoisseur. Like you 110%. The knowledge you just dropped and that short sentence that you get, man. Sneaker
Thank you, man.
sure,
I
sure.
appreciate that, man.
No,
Thank you.
for sure, for sure. And those ISPAs is actually a pair of what Alts was wearing the first time I met him. I do got a picture of those, but I'm not gonna rug you. Definitely not gonna dox you, Alts. I got you. I made that agreement with you back in the day. But no, to answer your question, I think it's because it's the hype, man. It's the FOMO and the hype. Some of those models are stupid dumb fire, right? Like those ISPAs be fire. They come out with some innovative,
Like
crazy,
crazy. And they have like the
stupid
double
stuff.
stack zoom air, but the technology in those sneakers are next level. And I feel like they
100%.
spend all this money, like probably millions and millions on research and development and quality assurance. And then the sales are like, horrible. So then they scrap the project. And I'm like, what?
Yes.
This is
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. But it's because we are in the generation of hype and FOMO,
It's
man.
not hype, dude. They're afraid to take risk.
But think about what that is though, right? Hype keeps people afraid to take risks. They don't want to be the first. It's not a lot of people out here who think with an innovative
They don't want
mindset.
the red boots, Dre.
100%, right? Because why? Damn, if I wear these,
Oh, I
they
can't
haven't-
drive. I might look funny.
they never seen these before. They might not rock with me. They might have something to say. They might give me some bullshit about how crazy they look, right? But the people who are innovative see those red boots and they say, "Yo, I need those." Or the ISPAs, "Yo, I need those." Or the CIRLs, "Yo, the technology, this is crazy. I need these." It's a lot of people who necessarily don't think that way because of hype, because we see our favorite artist or rapper or movie star or whoever wearing Jordan 1s. You know what that means? I need a pair of Jordan 1s. Right? I got to be a part of this club. It's when we were growing up, I would say this, CEO Tim, there were a lot more up and coming innovative models that people wanted to be a part of first. Those Gary Paytons, those gloves, needed them. Air Bacons that had got banned because they had the crazy font on the back that looked like it was disrespectful to a certain culture. We knew it wasn't disrespectful. We needed them.
Needed those. Hyperposits needed those.
Man.
Like I'm telling you.
But this it's not that's a different culture, different generation that we in, right? But I think for real, that's what's coming back around now. But it's
Yep.
all about the awareness of it too. A lot of those things fly under the radar so much that people don't even get to see them before they discontinue. The first time they find them was at the outlet, the Nike outlet, or the clearance rack somewhere in Marshalls. And they're like, damn, how did I miss this? Right? And it's also because it's such a influx of sneakers out there, right? It's easy to fall under the radar. But if you see your favorite influencer coming through with the ISPAs, you're gonna be like, damn, what's that about? He dripped out with those. That's crazy. What are those? I need to go find them. So it's more so hype influenced than anything else. The hype causes the FOMO. And this is what I was equating to, and I always say when we talking about the CIRLs, awareness. Awareness creates the hype, which creates the FOMO, which drives up sales, and it's a rinse and repeat. People have to know what they want. People have to know what's out there for them to pay attention to it in the first place.
Wow, I don't think anyone has put it more what is the word I'm looking for? Adequately? Elegantly?
Elo-
Eloquently. Eloquently.
Eloquently.
Eloquently.
Thank you. Eloquently before. I really appreciate it. The awareness creates the hype, creates the
FOMO.
FOMO. So, okay, and at this exact moment in time, are we hyping about Ordinals, CloneX, and the shoes?
I guess it just depends on who you're talking to. For real, I'm hyping about all of the above. I'll say.
Forging season 1.
Oh,
Hop
Maxi.
mirror skate, just looking at all these shoes. They got some fire, Dre.
yeah, man.
I
Holy,
may or may not have just bought a pair of Air Forces.
Man,
Yo, Pump,
another one. Somebody cue it up.
did
would
you
you?
just get the undeads too? And the reptiles?
Yeah, bro. I've
Huh.
been going crazy on accident.
I
Man,
thought it.
What happened?
You already. I thought you already had the undead. You get another pair.
Yeah, I got another pair because, bro, I sold a G tag just because I was like, I'll catch it a little cheaper sometime in the week. And then I saw the offer on the Undeads was too cheap. And I was like, let's see, like, just to mess around. Because, bro, one offer gets accepted on those every month. So I was like, all right. And then I woke up at 5 in the morning to take a piss. And I was like, point 0.7 is only missing from my wallet. No way. And then I looked and I was like, okay, bet. I'll take them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those reptiles, man. Woo! If it's one thing I would do, it's those reptiles. Them joints are crazy, and I think people sleeping on them. Wait till they see them in person. That reflective green. What?
Mm, mm, mm. Yo, when these things go off, right? When they announce that they're for with forgings on,
A
mm,
wrap. It's a wrap.
I got 2.2 for a pair of undeads when they first came out. We'll see if we can get back there, my brother.
It's a wrap, man. Wrap it up, bro. Somebody gonna hit the wrap it up box because it
There's
is
a
a wrap.
If
there's
Yo,
Undeads hit
yo,
3 ETH, you already know I'm copping a Murakami DNA.
Easy,
there's only 163 of them, right?
Yep.
That's not many.
easy.
190 Undeads.
That's crazy.
That's insane. That's fuck. That's nothing.
I'm telling you, man. Wait until you see your favorite influencer where their stylist got them a pair of Murakami's and they wear them on the gram, and or it's your favorite basketball player walking down the tunnel, dripped out in some artifact wearables, the artifact varsity jacket with the Murakami Air Force Ones, and it's a wrap. You'll never smell that insole again. Them things are out of here.
Um,
See ya.
It's a wrap.
I
But people don't have the awareness. They don't have the awareness to drive the hype to create the FOMO. It's an easy cycle. It's an easy formula. It's been going on forever. We are a part of it. We are part of it right now, being in the NFT game. We understand it, but it's something that people they slip up on. But it's a necessity when you have streetwear items, fashion or sneakers. It's a necessity. It's part of the formula, or it ends up turning into everything that the homie CEO Tim just said. It turns into the new ISPAs, and they end up going to the clearance rack.
Hmm. You know what I love right now? That they're $88. Is these air trainers? People are sleeping on those. Man, I wear them all the time. Love them.
But it's a different game when we talking about the technology that's applied to these wearables, these digital wearables, to these CRLs, because the technology opens up more possibilities. It's a patent that talks about utilizing Bluetooth, right? So the same way that I utilize my phone to get into my Tesla and drive my car, I can program that into my shoes. So every time I get close to my Tesla, it opens up the door. Every time I get in, that's the Tesla key. You see what I'm saying? Like the technology that can be applied to a pair of sneakers is unmatched. The future is bright, and people they just sleeping on it, literally.
I have to say,
Let them sleep because I need some more Air Forces.
Pembe, I had a question. Why your bio says trigger warning?
Me?
Yes.
Because I tend to piss people off, so I'm just giving them a fair warning in advance that in case I do piss you off somehow, there's a warning.
Yeah, this guy pumped the floor one day with one fucking thread, and I was trying to buy some clone, and this guy went and fucking pumped it. That's the only time he's ever pissed me off.
Hey,
call
bro,
him
the floor is
Felicia.
back. The floor is back at that price. Keep that same energy.
Bro,
You go
bro,
sleep.
somebody bought that and then put it into a wallet that has an ENS that says vault in it, bro. This madness out here.
You know how these people are with their
Madness.
forever clones. You'll see it up there for half the amount he paid in about a month, so you'll be all right.
Yo, Pump front ran everybody, dude. He just went and got a pair of Murakami drips, knowing that Dre Mill was gonna go on a fucking rampage with beautiful words. He went and grabbed literally just now went and grabbed the Murakami drips, just in case they came up in conversation. Just in case he didn't,
Bro,
so he didn't get front ran
I
again.
was bidding against some dude all day, 0.001. Some dude tried to keep front running me with his little bot. So I became a manual bot, and I was like pissed off. I was like, man, you know what? Am I really bidding $20 off what the floor is right now? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get my peace of mind. Bought a little $20 on Coinbase because I was short the amount, and then now I could sleep.
You got them all yet, Pump? Just need the DNAs now, huh?
Nah, DNAs and aliens, but I don't know if that day will ever come. I'm gonna pretend I got them all already.
Oh no,
How,
it's definitely coming, man. You gotta stay positive, Pump. We just had this
yeah,
conversation.
we got to
Don't
do
do
this.
negativity.
Two away,
But
babe.
bro, for the
Full
6
stat.
ETH, I'd rather have a Murakami drip clone, to be honest.
Same.
Nah, bro, fuck that. I honestly rather have the
I was about to
DNA.
say
Of course.
I don't even know about that, bro. I don't know. I can't even argue against that. So I don't think that's what I would do, but to each his own.
I just feel like this is maybe we'll call this a bad take on bad take, but I just feel like the DNAs and the aliens for sure. We already know this, but I just think the DNAs are overpriced. Like I feel like they're worth more right now as an NFT, trying to sell it to a whale than forging that and having it in hand and trying to fetch 10 grand plus. So I rather like I rather sell that at the price it currently is, and if anything, put all my money all in the same amount on a pair on like 10, 15, however many drips you could get for the same price. Cause like I feel like those have way more room to double.
No, and that's a wonderful take. For real.
Mm,
I
mm.
think it's damn, my mama's dog going nuts. I think it's because of the awareness factor, the formula that I just gave, man. People have no idea to be hype about that specific pair of sneakers, right? And when people see them, they're gonna say, why are people paying this much? What is this associated with? How is this showcasing that I should care about what it's showcasing, right? Or what it's associated with? And if they're not into Web3, they're not into Artifact, they're not into what they've done in the past, they're gonna be like, no, I don't matter. Sneaker streetwear culture, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't care. I'm not paying 10 racks for these green Air Force Ones. But the flip side for Murakami, they know why to be hype about those. They know why Murakami jackets are selling for $5,000 retail. They know because it's Mira fucking Kami. Somebody clip that up. Mira fucking Kami, right? They know why. So and the people who have been a part of hip hop and or streetwear and or the art culture and or the sneaker culture know exactly who that is, and they will pay the ducats to get the buckets. Clip that up too.
That's why I'm trying to get it while I can, to be honest, because I think as soon as, like we said, that forging date is announced, it's over with. It's a wrap. That's when my regrets are gonna start kicking in. And with the NFT market being how it is, and shit being a roller coaster, obviously, these are my investments at the end of the day. Yes, I love everything that's came with it, all my friends, the community, all that. I love that, but I still look at it at the end of the day, some of my stuff as an investment. So the shoes out of any investment I've made as a sneakerhead and a reseller, I feel like is the safest investment and play I've been making, is because when I forge them, that's liquid cash back into my pocket that I know for a fact will hold their value without having to worry about ETH dumping, clones, whatever. Like I just know with these, it's like a stable coin. Literally, that's a Web3 way to explain it. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of going all in on the shoes based on knowing for a fact that I'll be able to move them for more than what I've been paying for without having to worry.
Arguably, if ETH goes down, they're a hedge because they'll get more expensive in USD terms. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Like when ETH was real cheap, I wasn't buying them, but like right now, it's like fuck. I mean, do I think ETH is gonna what? Do I think it's gonna go up or down? Like if you put a gun to my head, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm just saying that if it really is a hedge if you're thinking it's going down in the way I look at it.
And retail was 0.38 to forge when ETH was like
Right.
1350 to 1400. So in my head, for example, I just bought a pair 10 minutes ago for 0.38. So in my head, I'm like, I just paid retail. I don't really care, like I think I'll be fine.
That's a fact. You dropping some bars tonight, Pumps. Yeah.
So yeah,
What he
now
did
that I
the
got
other night, bro. He did this shit to me the other night, and I bought 4 pairs of the drips.
And then, bro, you'll see. Forging day comes, you're gonna be hyped. You're gonna be like, should I keep this shit? Should I sell this? Like, do I even want these anymore? Damn, I'm up double.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start questioning yourself.
Yeah, that's a fact. But specifically, I believe specifically for the ones that have already merged worlds, who are that are already in multiple cultures as one, right? Artifact by itself, we haven't made it there yet. I do think it's inevitable, but we haven't made it there yet because it's a lacking portion to the formula, which is that awareness. And that's just a fact. It's shitty to say, but it's just a fact. We get that awareness up, we get the right people paying attention, the right people wearing the sneaks. Like, I understand them getting them the DJ Khaled, but Khaled didn't even know how to open the box to get to the joints, bro. Get it to the right people, the right influencers that create the right awareness. You got to get it to the people who understand what Web3 is and the power behind it, because they're going to push it, because they're going to be excited behind it genuinely. They just know what it is. Get it to the right people, get the awareness up, and the rest will be history. The hype will build on its own. CEO Tim was cracking.
You know what?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
go CEO.
So same vein of conversation, but I want to take it somewhere a little bit deeper with everybody because I haven't heard many conversations about this yet. So, we all estimated that Nike purchased Artifact for around 400 million, 500 million, 300, whatever people were speculating. I seen that article or that thread from Wale, and it was $1 billion. That's crazy, right? And nobody's speaking about it. Like, that dwarfs what Yuga Labs raised from A16Z. I think Artifact is positioned to be like the behemoth in this space. And with that said, I think about how much money Jordan has made from having Jordan Brand as a subsidiary within Nike. He's made over $1 billion over his career of playing basketball. Artifact got $1 billion from Nike within 2 years of building, 3 years of building. So if I was anybody, I would never fade Artifact because they said they got Nike to trust them in 2 years of work more than they had made Michael Jordan, and he's the one that was the guy that brought them back from the brink of like bankruptcy. So why do you think people are still having any type of FUD or any type of reluctancy to go all in on everything Artifact right now?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because people are ignorant to the timeless nature of the clones. It's like all we need is visibility. We don't even want mass adoption because then we can only have like maybe 3-4 clones each. Everyone here is a real collector. If you look at the amount of shoes that some of us have, it is absolutely absurd. I could have bought like 4 like Bentleys with the amount of shoes I have at home. It's ridiculous.
It's because we Degens, man. People out here are Degens. For real, one, I think it's multiple answers to that question. First and foremost, I think it's because people like to throw stones at the throne, right? I think people already know what we sitting on, right? There are a lot of people out there who don't necessarily even understand the project, so they are caught up in the ignorance, like Kuro said. But it's just a pure, genuine thing. They have no clue what's going on over here. But those who do know what's going on over here, and they still want to throw stones, it's just because either they never wanted to get into it or whatever, right? But the second answer to that question is it goes back to the formula, the awareness, the awareness is not necessarily there, man. It's not there for them to actually know what they're dealing with. They have no clue what they're dealing with. Think of, like you just said, that fact that they dropped $1 billion on a company for 2 years. Nike gave LeBron James $1 billion for a lifetime contract. That means every shoe that he has, that he's coming out with when he's playing NBA in the NBA and when he's not playing in the NBA will be a Nike shoe for $1 billion. If what you're saying about the contract with
So
Artifact
Dre,
is
say that
the same
again. Say
thing,
that again before you go on. Say that again. LeBron, his entire career of 18 seasons, he didn't even get that $1 billion deal at even 10 years in. He got that $1 billion deal at 17 years in
yeah,
of him proving that he's the GOAT. Artifact got $1 billion 2 years in. So two prolific, arguably greatest of all time basketball players. Let's call three. Let's throw Kobe inside there.
Yeah, sir.
All three of those players could not get $1 billion deal on the strength of them being champions, MVPs, this and that, having the highest selling sneaker. They still couldn't get $1 billion deal. And Nike goes, Artifact, yep, $1 billion. Here you guys go. That's
Yeah,
mind blowing. Mind blowing to me.
that's the fact. But awareness, man, the formula, like I said, man, the formula is not complete. The awareness is not there. But I'm thinking, they giving it to each other slow. They giving it to the people slow. Slow and steady wins the race. But one thing about streetwear is that time waits on no man. Think about how many brands, streetwear specific, that came out and was the hottest shit on earth for a good 2 to 3 years, and then you never heard about them again.
Diamond Supply Co.
The next time you saw it, you was pointing and laughing at it, like, damn, he wearing XYZ. But 2 years ago, it was, damn, he wearing XYZ. Where'd you get that from? That's what I'm saying. Like it's a different type of rule when you apply this knowledge to streetwear, to fashion, because it waits on no man, Like, and it's some of the greats out there who've done amazing things in fashion. But after a couple years, it's burnt out. That's why they have to restart and rebrand. That's why these high fashion houses, they come and get new creative designers in there after a couple of years because they burn out. So put the awareness into this formula, and it's got solar powered batteries that's going to run up off of, because with this technology you can continue to shift and pivot no matter what. You can create new utility for the same pair of sneaks you bought 2 years ago that will keep giving that same pair of sneaks value in the present and build towards the future.
1000%, man. It's these are great perspectives and great takes on everything. But anybody else? Sorry, I didn't mean to bombard the conversation with that kind of loaded question. So I digress.
No, we appreciate you, man.
I don't know who had their
Rose.
hand.
Rose had her hand up, but if Rose isn't going to go, I'm going to go. But I think Rose had her hand up first.
Oh, thanks. I wasn't sure either. No, I love the talking points because I think for Artifact being acquired at that valuation, like math on paper for any company to do an acquisition like that, they're looking at total available market, right, with the potential and like normally some kind of ROI that they got to bank on. So it's huge confidence to be acquired at that high dollar value because, Mikey wants to make that back in at least 15, 20 fold over a certain period of time. And I would say the FUD or the lack of belief in it's a weird dynamic in Web3 where when a company looks at like a customer lifetime value, right, they kind of use that as like a banked formula. And it's such a new space that I'm hoping that they're observing about like our buying patterns and whatnot. But customer lifetime value on the flip side of the coin is also on the customer side. Like we have to find that value to spend the money. So there's a matchmaking that has to happen. And I think there was a wonderful synergy with what Artifact was producing, with the vials, the clones, Monolith One. And then it started getting a little detached. And I think there's always a way to get back to that synergy, but it has to be like really clear in terms of like the value proposition that Artifact wants to communicate and deliver on for us customers to maximize and increase like our lifetime value with them. And so for the folks that are here, obviously we believe and we're a little bit more patient, but there's a certain aspect of like, if you're flipping and trying to make money, if you're trying to build up assets like as an investment, there's so many different I guess incentives and motivations around that. But it's from a pure business sense, it's kind of like this is pretty compelling to know that Nike put so much money and faith behind it. Like you said, CEO Tim, a 2-year-old company, really 2-year-old team, right? That was like very much like a startup. And so like just like in Web 2, when you have startups and they have to go like IPO and then maybe to get acquired and then go public and all that, there's like growing pains that it has to be market tested, and they have usually a little bit more runway than what I think we're affording them today.
So, and Rose, to your comment, and to CEOs. So I got into YouTube a long time ago, right? But I was an entrepreneur that got into YouTube. So I didn't get into YouTube because I was a creative in the sense of a lot of creatives in YouTube, right? And so I immediately started getting invited to speak at the huge conventions for YouTubers and for social media and all that. And I was so excited because I was going to teach all these YouTubers how to start their own apparel companies, fashion brands. And I did it with a few, made millions and millions of fashion, really high-end fashion items for some brands. I guess now that I'm retired, maybe I can like say their names. I haven't been able to say their names for like 7 years.
Say the name.
So I got all excited. I go to this event. There's 5,000 people in this room, and I'm talking about how you create your own product line. All right, your logo needs to be like this. This needs to be like that. Your logo, it can't be your name. It has to be iconic. You have to fit it in this space so that then you can throw it on your merch. You can do this and that, right? I went all into this. And then at the end, nobody, comparatively to how many people were in there, came up to me immediately to talk about starting it. They just wanted to talk about making videos. And so then I got invited to speak at another one. I said, and this is going somewhere. And I got up in front of the room and I said, all right, how many of y'all want to do this? Raise your hand. Almost nobody rose their hand. Like, how do you want to turn this into a real business, making your own merchandise, not cheap merch, but actually turn it into a brand that you could then sell? And almost no hands went up. How many of you want to learn how to go viral? Every freaking hand in the room went up. And I was like, man, I'm talking to the wrong audience. I think that's NFTs. That's our Web3 market right now. And that's why they don't understand Artifact. They don't understand some of these other companies because they're not the right audience for, like in YouTube, they weren't entrepreneurs that were making videos. Here, we don't have accredited investors that, or angel investors, or anybody that, I mean, we have people, but the vast majority does not understand investments. They understand pump my bags, pump my bags, pump my bags. If somebody talks about it, I can flip it tomorrow, make a nickel, and then I can pay my rent again, which I totally respect. But they're getting all the oxygen and they're sucking it out of the room. And that's why it's such a hard place right now. For me, it's a hard place to understand because I'm like, no. When I say I'm going to hold 5 years, like I'm okay with that. I'm not going to buy it unless I'm willing to hold it that long. The other guy's like, bro, I bought my forever clone. Tomorrow I'm going to flip it. Like, dude, I don't even understand y'all. Anyways, there you go. There's a couple of my thoughts. And GM, everybody.
I think that mentality comes with the NFT mentality, man. Gotta get rid of it. Gotta flip it. Gotta flip it. Like, it's very few collectors and tons of flippers.
Agreed. Totally agreed. And I mean, you know, some of my clones, like one of them, I was like, hey, wait a second. I can sell this clone right now, or any NFT in general. The floors are so low. I can sell this one. It'll look like a loss on paper. But if I only add 1 ETH to that sucker, I can buy something that was worth 4x a few months ago. Okay, that's a good move, right? It's strategic moves. It's not emotional moves. I mean, sometimes Compound gets me emotional and I go and buy 40 pods in 3 days, but whatever. We're not going to talk about that.
Wait. I am being blamed for that. It's not what? It's Ethelorian's fault.
He got
No, he just front ran me.
Yeah.
No, Eve hooked it up.
ETH blew up the floor.
Baron blew the floor up. He did it too.
Baron, did you see that floor explode, bro? That was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was 40 part of it, bro. I'm telling him in 2 days.
Yeah, the exopod price is like 0.68. Meanwhile, to buy 4 is like 0.8 something. Like, bruh. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man, I think Eve, Baron, and I both, we were all in there, but I was just weefing it, baby. I was one of those guys, I was like, oh, this guy's going 0.001 up, 0.001 up. I was like, okay, 0.25, baby. And then they didn't touch me for a couple days, and I'd rack in 3 or 4. And then all of a sudden, the floor just blew up.
The real question is, when are you going to assemble your private jet?
Yes, man. Yes.
Dude, I was going to do it tonight. But D and Polly want to talk, so I'm gonna wait. But I'm gonna burn those tonight, man.
You got
bought
to
them to burn them.
I do want to.
This conversation already derailed from the point that I wanted to make, but something Jamil said moved me, and it's basically how artistic vision, Murakami's vision, can create an perception or understanding or elevated value for the item, either in physical world or digital world. then my mind kind of like spiraled into this idea of how, if there is a way to translate like Van Gogh's strokes into fashion or things like that. And I was feeling a little bit intimidated during the conversation about the sneakers and stuff, but in fact, Dina told me that yes, there is that her friend has a collection of 100 of sneakers, but there is no demand, and he was kind of facing the same struggle. And I guess that's the beauty of Web3. We can all learn things together, and yeah, and I just want to say fuck around and find out, but I'm not gonna say
Right.
it.
No, you already said it. You are absolutely correct. But it's the formula, like you said. You can have the most beautiful, most innovative, the most creative anything ever created by man. If no one knows that you have that, what will make them A, either pay attention to you having that, or B, want to come and buy that from you? Awareness is key. You cannot skip over that. You cannot move away from that. It's key for anything, especially something like a digital item, a piece of clothing, or a pair of sneakers, because those are staples. That's artwork. That's people. If you're a great artist and you just in the garage all day, how they gonna come and support your artwork? They have no idea. They have no clue.
Mm, I feel like
Hi.
exploration of Web3 requires um, anyone to become like half degen. It doesn't matter if you were an artist, now you're an artist and like half degen. If um yeah, and that's the most exciting part of it. I'm still trying. I'm still trying to get better at it.
Hi everyone.
I did.
Hi guys. Yeah, I'm still in Denver in the airport, so I just had like a couple of minutes to come and talk a little bit. Yeah, actually, Polly, my friend has 150 of shoes, not 100. So yeah, and the funny thing that yeah, he's like a collector, but he don't wear any of these stickers in real life. Like every time I see him, I'm like, you should wear this. It's like they're so cool. Why you don't wear them? Yeah, and so he's just I don't know. I'm like not so fashionable. I just wearing all black. Yeah, so actually, we are thinking to do maybe during even NFT LA an exhibition because he also a very big collector of different kind of NFTs and different kind of art. So yeah, if somebody needs sneakers, DM me. There is a plenty of them. Yeah, and another question. I just wanted to specify if you know this information for sure about that artifacts was acquired for 1 billion, because I have never seen in any media such kind of information. And usually, when companies are acquired for such amount, it is public information and it's like everywhere in media. So I haven't seen it anywhere, but maybe I missed it or something. But it's usually if it's like such an amount, it's like public. So yeah, I was just interested. How do you know? Because yeah, this is a crazy amount of money, and yeah, just interested.
No, I don't know who said that earlier. I don't know their source, but if you guys want to throw it up top, throw it up top.
I don't think there's a confirmed source, but I've heard numbers thrown around before, between 500 and 1 billion.
When it wasn't public, so it wasn't public, right? That's the benefit of buying a private entity is you don't have to do any of that nonsense, right? You don't. It's not under all that scrutiny, so you can do what you want to do. Like mine was a private company. I just got bought out last week, and ain't nobody ever gonna know that number. And there's so many confidentiality agreements. on the contract that I'm never allowed to say how much I was bought out for. So, and they're not allowed
Yeah,
to either, right?
but no, but Nike is a public company, and actually they should show yearly reports, on public what they acquired during the year and all the expenses, like all the P&L. So, they can show this like a marketing expense or like something like that, but they can't hide this. This is a public company.
The thing is, they don't really say when they sign an athlete like John Morant or like, I know LeBron's number was pretty public, but most of their athletes' numbers are undisclosed as well. It's not really been like a big thing where you know the amounts they sign for like multiple things, unless it's like speculative.
Yeah, but acquisition's a material event, so Dai's right. It's going to be on the financial statements, footnoted somewhere or whatever it is. I think the I think the number is going to be between 3 and 5. It's based on the math that I've done, just kind of what I've heard. But I think get inflated through conversation. So who knows? It doesn't really matter. It's a thing of the past. Hope they got paid. They had tech that Nike needed.
One
Wait, Baron,
billion.
did you rug or did you stop?
No, dude, I'm here looking online, on Nike's website where they announced the acquisition, going into different links, and I'm just scared I'm gonna rug. But yeah, if anybody wants to go onto Nike's site where they announced that they acquired Artifact, that would be dope. It may link somewhere. But
All I know. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that we can break our NDA, Jace, about the bad take hat above. You know, Jace helped me with that hat. I designed the logo. He took the logo, put it in Illustrator, and made us, a pattern for the sewing machine. Sent it to his people and helped me make that hat. So shout out Jace. He just retired, but he does make some dope merch, dude. And that big
Jeez.
hat turned out so much better than I thought. It's at the top, but shout out Jace and his connections, man.
I think I like what Baron was saying, and thank you. Yes, but I mean, right? Artifact was valued at 33 million around the time of the acquisition. So if they did a 10x, right, the 3 to 5 that Baron's saying, everyone's tossing out a billion. All these sites are saying it just because they like the number. But yeah, I never saw them publish anything. I never saw anybody else that I know that can dig into the Bloombergs of the world, and none of them found anything either. So.
I got some speculative alpha I was talking to my boy Locked In about earlier for you guys that Dre definitely knows what I'm about to talk about, but pretty much some weird investigating, I know, guys, but Zapdio posted that he was landing in Vietnam today. And if you're a sneakerhead, you know exactly what comes from Vietnam, especially Nike.
The fire.
So my idea was that he went to go check out some samples of what we're supposed to be getting soon or looking over what's to come. But yeah, Artifact founder being in Vietnam is not for vacation. So that's just throwing that out there.
My man Pump knows how to pump numbers, bro. He
Come
knows
on
how
now.
to create it.
You gotta pump it up. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
another thing on that pump, it was for the Art Basel Miami. Um, an employee went to the factory. I thought it was Thailand. It was probably Vietnam though, but I
What?
thought it was Thailand at the time. They literally flew in with the merch to put it in Art Basel. That's why it got there so late. They legit flew in with it from out there. So you're on the right track.
Yep, that's
Got
right.
there on on Sunday. This guy, I was waiting with Hondro at the store. He was all sweating that they weren't going to get him, but yeah, dude, they pull out the. God, those shirts are so fire.
They are.
I love my T-shirt. I can't wait for this merch. I really cannot. I cannot.
Yeah, man. I think that's also going to be a driving factor of the awareness too. Like once things start moving, shaking and moving, it's gonna bring some more attention. But you know, I will not speak ill. I will not pump FUD, but I will say like That awareness piece is key. You got to get them to the right places to get in front of the right eyes.
Seed
Build the
them.
right desires.
Seed it.
Okay, on that note, a little question. So, if D and I produce content for Jason's collection, quick question: what would sell it better? The, let's say, a BMX rider, or like graffiti artist, or one of my models?
You trying to get consultation fees. You're gonna have to jump into my DMs for this one, Polly. I ain't gonna do that, bro. Sorry. It's like, no, it depends on what you guys are selling, man. It depends on what you're selling and who you're selling to. All of that matters. You can't one of the most famous Kanye West quotes when he was talking about Lady Gaga being the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Lady Gaga songs, but what the fuck she know about taking pictures? You got to be in the same stream. You got to be in the same community. You just because someone has a certain brand or a certain following doesn't mean you should necessarily pair them up with the brand or the community that you are heading and controlling.
Oh.
So jump in the DMs, Polly. If y'all need some help, bro, I'm telling you, like your guy got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm here for you. Send me a voice note, Polly. I love your voice, man. I wish you could just read like an Audible book or something, bro. Like I would read that book. I don't even give a damn what it is. I don't cook, but I would cook if you was reading a cookbook.
That's all she should do is just have her clone talk.
Maybe we should do a podcast with Polly and do like AMA sessions daily.
Slide in my DMs, bro.
I had no idea I have this superpower. I'm blushing.
100%. You were blessed.
I think Dre and Polly should like read something back and forth, and we'll all just do what Fawn does and go to sleep and let you guys just lull us.
Audiobooks by Dre and Polly.
Jace, but can you actually mirror that for me? How would you say something but in my voice?
What do you mean? How would I say something but in your voice?
Nobody
like,
can copy that voice,
Yeah, we
Polly.
no,
Polly.
you can't do it.
Can't do it.
I mean,
Bro,
I
I could
know
try.
he's retired, but he's not like God. That's just
Let me see. Here we go, Polly. If you would see, I can't even hit it.
But there's the accent to it too, right? Like,
Right.
Dre, what are you going to say about my clothes?
Jeez, I don't know if I would say anything at all.
Dre wins and Polly wins. I'm out. I'm retired. I'm done.
Oh my God!
The
Please,
way
please
you
don't
said
I
ever
just
do
want to
that.
Paul,
hear
Okay.
Polly cuss someone out and get angry.
you just said fuck around and find out, and that was the first time I ever heard her cuss, man.
Ever.
Like, she was over there probably shy that she cussed. I know it.
I think
Ever.
Polly needs to now imitate Dre and me just so it's fair. Come on, we threw ourselves under the bus
All of
there.
my cheeks are blushing.
Let me see. Polly.
Okay,
Laughing.
now I need to get that hat. I pinned it on top. Where do I get it?
Oh, see? Ooh. Compound, you got to give her the bad news. This one's on you. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so look, it was my
No
first
excuses, bro.
Hey, hold up. So look, it was my first time making any merch, making any logo, and I just hit up Jace because I was going to Utah. So I was like, let me get 25 made, and if people like them, I'll have 25. And like 25 was not enough. Like I quickly found out that 25 was not enough. So I had 25 for like the original kind of people that like supported. And now I'm already in Jace's text messages trying to get him to contact his business partners so that we can do another run. But I will for sure get some more, man. They
Jason's
came out
retired.
perfect.
It's a wrap. Jason's retired, man.
I mean, I'm retired, but I'm not dead.
Never in any of these hats. Never a brim.
No, dude, I need
Yeah, I
them.
refuse since I was the one that threw it into Illustrator. I'm actually the original creator,
See?
so you're gonna have to do Mark II.
Yo,
It's a
Jace,
wrap.
can you make
It's
me a
a wrap.
compound staff tee?
Yeah, bro.
I need a bad take shirt that says staff on the back. and it's just like I stole it from Compound.
Hey, bro. Pump just hit us with some alpha, bro. That would go dumb hard. We need that. Matter of fact, is the homie Bobby in here? Nah, we on that.
Wait, what is it gonna be? A staff shirt?
Nope, don't worry about it. Won't say anything.
Yeah,
On to the
don't.
next.
Yo, nah,
Moving
Dre,
on.
I need that, please.
Oh, we got that. You came with the hats. I'm coming with the shirts. We need
What does
that.
it even mean?
Let's get it.
Nothing
It,
at
it
all.
means it means you fuck around and find out. Polly, say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We doing that. That is a fact.
Is this the culture thing that I don't understand that I still need to learn?
Yeah, we
Yes,
you just roll with it. It's all
Yeah,
good.
dude,
yes. You're
it's
taking
just a
your baby
thing.
steps still, bro. Come on now. You know this
No,
Compound.
I trust you
Yeah,
guys, man. I trust you.
It's about to be Liddy
that's
City.
up.
Nah, we on that.
Yo, do I have to hook up the Wii U to the TV? Like, I lost the cable.
Yo, bro, what's the Wii U again? It's 2023. Can you remind me?
Bro, yo, listen, bro, I'm old. I'm a boomer. I'm not getting that new shit, bro. I like my big clunky device that I only play Mario Kart, bro. I don't know how to play any other video games on this crap.
You got that steering wheel?
Yeah.
Bro, that steering wheel sucked, bro.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
It's super sucked.
Yo,
It's better than playing with the controller without it though.
nah, you know the thing with the screen on it? The part with the screen on it, the control with the screen on it, that's what I'll take a picture and post it in the comments.
Yeah, I'm lost. I just know that every steering wheel that I've had for every generation of video game that I've owned has always been shit bucks. Just never was a good idea.
Yo, speaking of video games, bro, please tell us what your son ran up.
Oh my
Please.
gosh. I walked into that. I blindly walked
Please,
into that.
please tell us what Baby Dre ran up on the
Oh
MX.
my
Dude,
bro.
Pump just finessed Dre right into that one,
Right
baby. Just
into
Yo,
that.
you said
gently.
video games, and I just started laughing. I'm sorry. You did it to yourself.
He finessed himself
Man,
into that one.
that- bro, you know one thing, I'm gonna be honest. I was extremely proud that my guy know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like we had this conversation the other night about kids and iPads and how the generations are moving a lot faster the younger that they get. My man is 3 years old, just turned 3 in October, so almost still freshly 3, and knows how to navigate on these menus to get what he wants. Right? Like at first I was like, "Yo, did I get hacked?" I called my wife, came home. She's like, "No, we got those." And my man was going in on the PlayStation Network. Then he said, "Daddy, play with me. You want to play with me? Come on, sit down and play with me." I'm like,
The
"Man."
timestamps on his charges, he didn't even
Bro,
take, like, he was just buying like his
he was
dad.
on it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want that one.
the
I need
Mint
this one.
Maxi.
Yeah, that's my boy, Mint Maxi.
The
Yo,
big
Apple
Dad,
don't
you could
fall
use
far from
my
the tree,
skin if you want, but make sure to give it back after you're done.
bro. You Apple don't fall far from the tree, man. So he
no.
got Spider Man, two Horizon Dawns. My man upgraded our PlayStation Network membership because he couldn't get the game that he wanted on the one membership. So he paid the premium for the upgrade to get more games. He was going in, got some type of Nickelodeon slide racer kart game. Like he was going in. So
What a
I'm
legend.
I was proud, man. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? You can't even be mad at that. That was like, damn, man, you got that one. But the homie
Until
told
tomorrow, he wakes up and see the card isn't hitting.
the homie told me you need two FA on your
Yeah,
PlayStation
Dad,
Network.
your PlayStation broke. What's going on?
It's funny, man. But nah, it was dope. It was dope to see. It's amazing to see that at 3 years old, I'm still amazed by that. At 3 years old, he can navigate through this realm. That just proves to me where we're heading as a civilization. You know what I mean? Like by the time he's 13, what is he gonna be doing? What would he know to do at that time? What a time to be alive, man. It's crazy.
He's gonna be buying my bags by the time he's 18. That whole generation is. So
He's
that's the
he's gonna
deal.
have your seed phrase by then,
Bro,
memorized.
he gonna be creating his own projects by then because he gonna see what we're doing here. He gonna see what his dad is doing right here, right now, and know how to lead the way in this new or a new sector. They're probably gonna have all types of. We got AI now. They're gonna have bionic implants and all types of shit by that time. So Yeah, man. What a time. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it the right moment to interject? Help me to read
Holly,
the room
anytime.
better.
Anytime. Anytime. You don't raise your hand, just go ahead and start speaking. We all be quiet.
Okay, so we're doing an experiment. I'm gonna say something in Russian, and let's see if the effect will be the same.
Da ladna. I'm just kidding, Polly. I'm just kidding, Polly. That's the only word I know.
Maybe you should say something in Belarusian or Ukrainian. Will be better, I'm
I'll
sure.
do my best. Мне очень приятно находиться с вами в комнате. Я надеюсь, что наше общение будет приятным и продуктивным.
Watch out, Polly. There's a lot of men bluffing right now. Watch out. They're
That was
gonna hit you in the DMs.
The
that was
last word you said was productive, maybe?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
fine, I give
So,
up.
guys, this is perfect. So, it doesn't really matter what language I speak, the effect is the same. And it's much easier for me to communicate my thoughts in Russian. So, we're gonna all learn Russian.
Let's do it.
No,
I know some words, but
please,
none of them.
Pole. No, I
None of the
disagree. We
words I
should
know in Russian are
only
polite.
Ukrainian. Only Ukrainian, not Russian,
Ukrainian.
please. No, no Russian here.
Yeah, I like D. What D's saying. Hey, wait. I want to say, Dre. Uh, the Panda Dunks. First of all, let me get this on record. The Panda Dunks were not the first shoes that I bought. After sitting down at breakfast with Dre Mill in Miami, I minted 2 pairs of the CIRLs. Right. It took one conversation with Dre for me to mint the CIRLs. So those are the first ones, right? I think those count as like the first ones I actually paid for. And I mean, come on, man. Like everything you said about the CIRLs, those shit on the pandas then, right?
I mean,
I
yeah. I mean, but I'm saying this because you coming straight from White Van's land,
to
and
CIRLs.
yeah, that's leaps and bounds. And plus, CRLs aren't necessarily in hand yet, but you having pandas now, right? You kind of like you get the feeling of the energy shifts when you walk out. Like Demi said, you hopped up out the car. The first thing he saw from the barbecue grill was those panda dunks. You know what I'm saying? So that means something.
How could you miss them?
Yeah, I mean,
Compound and Panda Dunks is like what a duo.
what
I've
a
only met Compound once IRL, and I already know when I see him next time. I'm gonna sneak up on from behind. I remember what he looks like.
Yo, you're gonna get bodied, bro, if you try that.
I'm honestly down. If it's Compound, then it was worth it.
he definitely looks like a pro rugby player, bro.
Fuck it, I'll take one for the team. Tackle me, and then it's okay. It'll be all
And
good.
guys, I think
Bro, why do you want to lose your life like this?
My Wi-Fi's ass.
Nah, I said, why do you want to lose your life like this, bro?
I mean, bro, if you think about it, as long as that I can make it to bad take to the next one, like it doesn't really matter. Like
Yo, that's a bad take, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell
like
something.